24 hours removed from a mercy victory at Dwyer Stadium, the Muckdogs hit the road for a clash with the Red Wings. Geneva rallying for the 4th seed in the West Division, but to separate itself from Jamestown, it needs a victory against the number 1 seed Batavia. On the flip side, the Muckdogs are one step closer to locking up the West Crown, but need another win to further cement themselves at the top. Two teams fighting for playoff seeding. It's the Muckdogs and Red Wings, and it starts right now. Welcome into Geneva, New York for today's game. I'm Jared Valentin taking you through all the action. Batavia comes off of yesterday's 10-0 statement win against Auburn, and what a win it was. Batavia coming into the game 4 straight losses if you count the 2 non-league exhibition games that preceded the meeting against Auburn. And they come out in dominant fashion. 2 runs started the scoring for the Muckdogs in the bottom of the first, and since then Batavia never looked back, didn't let Auburn get a single run all game long, and as a result the contest ended in 7 innings. But for today, the Muckdogs head to Geneva for a matchup with the Red Wings, and Batavia is 4-0 against Geneva this season. That season series started with a comeback victory. Batavia went down 6-0 in the first meeting at home, but then fired back with an 8-run inning in the bottom of the second to take the win. And since then, Batavia has gotten the better of Geneva, whether it's been on the road in a 24-11 victory in 7 innings, or back at Dwyer Stadium with 2 consecutive 7-run wins for the Muckdogs. Taking a look at the lineups, we'll do so after the national anthem. Starting off for the Red Wings, there were several last-minute changes to the lineup, but Colin Boyd, the left fielder, leading off for the Red Wings. John Lewis swinging second at third base. Joe Tiroli hitting third at second. Tyler Skaggs batting fourth at catcher. Aiden also Brooks, the 5th hitter in the lineup, at center field. Cooper Loyal, the shortstop, batting 6th. Braden Kessel, the right fielder, swinging 7th. Ryan Grace, the first baseman, batting 8th. Owen Arias, the designated hitter, batting 9th, and Christian Bermudez, the last hitter in the lineup for the Red Wings. For Geneva on the mound, it's Garrett Pound getting things started. And on the flip side for the Muckdogs, Lucas Lopez leads off at shortstop. Jake Butler hitting second at third base. Sean Mendaz in left field batting third. James Bolton, the designated hitter, batting cleanup. Cooper Romick, 5th behind the dish. James Mason, the extra hitter, back in the lineup again, batting 6th. Yankiel Gonzalez making a return, batting 7th. In second base, TJ Morris in right field hitting 8th. Dutra at first, batting 9th. And Travis Hammond, the back of the order, and center field for the Muckdogs. For Batavia, it's Michael Benedict getting the starting nod. And talking about this game on the road, it's coming at a time where several teams in the West are fighting for playoff seeding and trying to clinch a playoff berth. I'll read off the standings. Muckdogs in first at 27-7-1 on the summer. They sit 7 games ahead of the Double Days after yesterday's win. Auburn 21-15-1 on the season. Elmira right behind them, though, a game back at 2016 on the summer, hunting down that second place spot in the West. And just behind them are the Tarp Skunks at 17-21 on the summer, 12 games back from Batavia, 4 behind Elmira. Fifth is the Geneva Red Wings, 14-18-1 on the summer, tied in games back with Jamestown at 12 from the 1 seed. So a very neck-and-neck matchup at the 4-5 spot. This win for Geneva, if they got one today, would be pivotal in giving them the 4th seed and clinching that final playoff spot, or at least putting them closer to, I should say. Newark in 6th at a 13-24 record, 2.5 games behind Geneva for 5th place. And then last are the Americans, who are 12-23-1 on the summer, tied in games back with the Pilots. So a lot of neck-and-neck competition towards the bottom half of the division. And the Muckdogs right now currently atop the West, but also 2 games out of Amsterdam. Behind Amsterdam, I should say, for the number 1 spot in the entire league. So lots of movement across the standings happening in these last few regular season games, proving every match to mean significance. And for Geneva, it's the pitcher Garrett Pound at the mound, who's a freshman out of Jones College. A left-handed thrower going up against the shortstop Lucas Lopez. Lopez, the usual leadoff for the Muckdogs, steps into the lefty batter's box. And we are ready to get underway from Geneva. The first pitch, low and outside to the lefty, and the count 1-0 for Lopez, who watches it fly away. From the stretch, Pound kicks and deals. Next pitch, down the middle for strike 1 to even the count. Lopez yet to offer on this at-bat. Next pitch from Pound. Swing and a miss, and he finally bites and couldn't make contact. Count falls to 1-2. Kick and the throw from Pound. Gets Lopez to bite. Ball gets away from the catcher. The throw to first. Beats Lopez, and there's 1 gone in the top of the first. Jake Butler comes up to the plate next for the Muckdogs. Butler, a freshman out of George Mason University, the 3rd baseman for Batavia today. A .266 batting average on the summer puts him at 6th in the Muckdogs roster. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. The throw from Pound, swing and a miss from Butler. Count falls to 1-1. Pound, glove at the chest, lowers it, lifts the leg, guns the pitch. Fouled off by Butler behind the dish, and the count is at 1-2. One gone in the top of the first. Muckdogs and Red Wings still scoreless. Pound lowers the glove, fires the pitch. Skied high into foul territory, first base side by Butler, and it lands near the Red Wings bullpen. Count stands at 1-2 for the righty Butler. Briefly orbits the dish and steps back into the righty's batter's box. It's a lefty-righty matchup. Pound cannons the pitch. Ball is clubbed out to right center field. Underneath it is Kessel, who makes the grab, and that's 2 outs in the top of the first, just like that. Left fielder Mendez coming up to the plate after the Fly out to right field by Butler. Mendaz fourth in the team with batting average, hitting .291 on the summer, has 23 hits and 23 runs. Played in yesterday's game against Auburn, swings and misses on the first pitch. Count 0-1. Pound. Kicks the leg and tosses. Ball way upstairs and outside to the righty Mendaz. And he doesn't go. Count 1-1. Pound lets loose. Swing and a miss from Mendaz. Pitch was low but inside. Count falls to 1-2. Mendaz steps back into the box. The left fielder for Batavia today. Waits the pitch from Pound. A curveball finds its way into the zone on the lower outside corner to retire the side, and Mendaz goes down the looking. We go to the bottom of the first, where both squads are still scoreless. More Muckdogs baseball coming up shortly. Bottom of the first in Geneva. The Muckdogs and Red Wings both yet to score. Michael Benedict kicking things off on the mound for Batavia. A right-handed tosser. Benedict, a freshman out of Eastern Florida State College in his first summer with the Muckdogs. Sixth in the squad in ERA with a .284. And in 31 innings pitched, he's thrown 25 hits, 20 walks, and 24 strikeouts. He's going up against the lefty Colin Boyd, the left fielder for the Red Wings. From the windup, Benedict kicks and deals. Curveball low and away, taken for ball one. Benedict, glove at the chest, darts the pitch. Ball grounded up between the first and second base gap. A quick toss from Gonzalez to Dutra gets the first out. 2 pitches and 1 out for Michael Benedict, which brings up the third baseman, John Lewis. Lewis batting .264 this summer. First pitch from Benedict. High and outside for ball one. No runners on for Geneva in the bottom of the first. Both teams still scoreless. Benedict's next pitch. Fastball down the chute for strike one. Benedict, glove at the chin, darts the pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. And the count 2-1 for the righty Lewis. Benedict lifts the leg and lets loose. Check swing by Lewis, and the umpire says he didn't go. It's a hitter's count for the third baseman. Benedict cannons the next pitch. It's grounded third base side by Lewis. The throw from Butler to first beats the runner, and that's 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Back-to-back groundouts for the Red Wings brings up the second baseman, Joe Tiroli. Joe Tiroli, 4th in the lineup in batting average with a .317 on the summer. He pops the first pitch foul. Count 0-1. Benedict gets set, releases the pitch. Swing and a miss by Tiroli reduces the count to no balls, 2 strikes. Benedict raises the leg, cannons the pitch. It's grounded up to the shortstop Lopez. He bullets it to first for the final out of the inning. A 4-3 ground out, followed by a 5-3 and then a 6-3 ground out from the Red Wings. Keeps it 0-0 after 1. We go to the second inning after this.
All right, so the green looking about 300 yards straight out, maybe a little bit dog leg right. We'll see what we got here with this draw here.
Hopefully I don't slice this one.
No golfing at Dwyer.
So where should we golf at?
What do you mean?
Atticus 10th hole in Attica, New York. 95 Bundle Street.
All right,
We should
we'll
go
take your
there.
word for it.
We should go there.
We'll take your word for it.
Top of the second in Geneva, the Muckdogs and Red Wings are still scoreless with the meat of the lineup coming up for Batavia. James Bolton, the designated hitter, leading things off for the Muckdogs, and it's Garrett Pound still on the mound for the Red Wings. Bolton, during the school year, attends SUNY Cortland. And this past spring, the Red Dragons made it all the way to the SUNYAC championship game before falling to New Paltz, 15-11 in the championship. A 2022 graduate out of Webster Thomas High School. And played in the NYCBL as a high school senior. Bolton, a righty hitter. It's a righty duel between Pound and Bolton. The first pitch taken by Bolton. It was down Broadway for strike 1. Pound kicks and tosses. Curveball upstairs and away for strike 2. And Bolton already down in the count. Pound throws the next pitch. Ball outside. Raises the count to 1-2. Bolton leading the squad in batting average. He check swings on the next pitch, and he goes down for the first out. The fastball was enough to get Bolton to whiff at it, but he goes down empty, which puts 1 gone in the top of the second. Both teams yet to score. This brings up Cooper Romick, the catcher for Batavia. Won PGCBL West Division Hitter of the Week a few weeks back. Sits on the first pitch for ball one. Pound from the windup. Guns the pitch. Curveball up and away. Count 2-0. Romick gets set. Pound releases the pitch. Curveball upstairs again for a 3-0 count, and Romick just needs one more ball to be walked. Rather the count 2-1. Has the next pitch. Check swing from Romick. Umpire rules with Batavia. And the count 3-1 now rather than 3-0. Next toss from Pound. Fastball down the chute for strike two, and it's a full count for the catcher, Cooper Romick. One out in the top of the second. No runners on for the Muckdogs. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss by Romick. And that's two gone and four strikeouts early on for the pitcher, Garrett Pound. Pound finding his groove early. With two gone in the top of the second, Muckdogs and Red Wings tied at 0. James Mason comes up to the plate, a righty hitter. He grounds the first pitch up the middle to second, and it's thrown to first in the nick of time for the final out, and Mason outraged at that call. 6 quick outs for the Muckdogs. And we go to the bottom of the second, where the Muckdogs and Red Wings are still scoreless. Geneva trying to be the first to get on the board.
Landon, my elbow. Oh my gosh. We need to get you to Rochester Regional Health. For all your medical needs, go to Rochester Regional Health, the best health services in Western New York. What do we got here today? What do you guys got?
How can I help you?
What do you recommend?
I don't know, we just got a fresh batch of Eli Fish's Muckdog Ale.
Muckdog Ale? Go Dogs! Give me some of those.
Muckdog Ale coming right up! Muckdog Ale!
Go Dogs, baby!
Bottom of the second, the Muckdogs and Red Wings knotted up at 0. Middle of the lineup up for Geneva, starting with the catcher, Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs, a freshman out of Allegheny College, faces off against the starting pitcher for the Muckdogs, Michael Benedict. A righty-righty duel. Benedict lifts the leg, kicks the pitch. Swing and it's fouled off. First base side, count 0-1. Benedict lowers the glove from the windup, fires the pitch. It's clobbered foul, first base side again, and the count 0-2. Skaggs already down in the count, going to need to battle back against the righty Benedict. The 0-2 offering. High and in for a 1-2 count as Skaggs let it fly. Benedict, 1-2 offering. Check swing. Umpire says he didn't go, and the count evens up at 2-2. Benedict lifts the leg, deals the pitch high and in for strike 3, and Skaggs goes down looking. Aiden also Brooks next up in the order for Geneva. Also Brooks, the center fielder for Geneva today. 1 gone in the bottom of the second. Both teams tied at 0. Benedict, his first pitch. Fastball misses outside for ball 1. A lefty hitter for Geneva up at the plate. Next pitch is taken for ball 2 by also Brooks. Benedict nods at the catcher, Romick. Gets set and lets loose. Ball sky to high. It's popped up foul behind the dish. 2-1 the count for the lefty, also Brooks. Benedict, glove at the chin. Lowers it to the waist. Deals. Pitch is fouled off. Muckdogs bullpen, third base side. Count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, with 1 gone in the bottom of the second. No runs have scored thus far. Benedict, his 2-2 delivery. Rocketed out to left center. It's the shortstop Lopez who gets underneath for the second out. And that brings up Cooper Loyal, the shortstop for Geneva. One strikeout on the day for the pitcher Benedict. Another righty-righty matchup. First pitch to Loyal. Grounded up to the shortstop Lopez. He scoops it up. Rockets it to first for the final out. Rather, the umpire rules it safe. So a single for the shortstop Loyal is the first hitter on base for Geneva. And the first runner in general to be safe at the bag, which brings up the right fielder Braden Kessel. Kessel, a right-handed hitter. 2 gone, 1 runner on first for Geneva in the bottom of the second. Benedict launches the pitch. High and outside for a 1-0 count. Benedict, a quick glance at the first baseman Dutra. Kicks and tosses. Ball lasered out to left field, and it sails just foul of the third baseline. So it's a 1-1 count for Kessel. Loyal on first after the single. Benedict's ball hangs out of the right hand. Puts it in the glove high. Lowers it to the chest and cannons the pitch. It's taken again for a 2-1 count by the right fielder Kessel. Benedict, a quick pickoff attempt, briefly gets away from the first baseman Dutra, but he doesn't have to worry. Loyal stands at the first base bag, didn't make an attempt to move to second. Benedict fires the pitch, swing and a miss from Kessel, and the count lowers to 2-2. One more strike would get Benedict out of the inning. His next throw. Taken for a ball, and the next throw out to second does not get to the hit runner Loyal in time, and that's a free 90 for Geneva. Loyal moves into scoring position. It's a full count at the plate for Kessel. Muckdogs and Red Wings scoreless. 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Benedict eyes the base but throws the pitch. It's fouled off over the grandstand to keep the count at 3-2. Benedict nods to Romick, takes a quick timeout, and gets reset. Loyal at second, a 2-step leadoff. Takes a look back, but Benedict deals. Ball grounded up to the third baseman, Butler. He throws it across the diamond for the final out. And that concludes the second inning. So 1 runner gets on base for Geneva, but after 2, it's still 0-0. We go to the third inning, where the Muckdogs try to be the first team to strike in this one.
$998, $999, $1,000.
Yo, Jake, how'd you get so big?
Oh, I just go to Whole Life Fitness in Batavia. You should go get a membership there.
All right, thanks.
Of course.
1, 2, 3.
97, 98, 99, 100.
Oh, what's up, Landon? How's Whole Life Fitness?
Great, I feel like a new man. Thanks for the advice.
Of course.
Go to Whole Life Fitness in Batavia.
Top of the third in Geneva, Batavia and Geneva still scoreless. Yankiel Gonzalez leading off for the Muckdogs, a Las Vegas, Nevada native. In his first year with the Muckdogs, batting .167 on the summer. In 30 plate appearances, has recorded 7 runs and 5 hits. Dueling off against the lefty pitcher Garrett Pound, who's still on the mound for Geneva. The first pitch inside and taken by Gonzalez for strike 1. Talk about a strong start for Pound. He's got 4 strikeouts so far as the next pitch misses for ball 1. Pound set, his 1-1 offering. Curveball below the knees and inside to the righty Gonzalez, who sits on it for a 2-1 count. Pound from the windup, lifts and tosses. Fastball misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike, the count for Gonzalez. The 3-1 from Pound. Outside for ball 4, and Gonzalez is sent to first. And he starts his day off with a walk. TJ Morris, the next hitter in the lineup for Geneva. TJ Morris, a right fielder for the Muckdogs, a freshman out of Salisbury University. A right-handed hitter, swings and misses on the first pitch. Morris batting 189 this summer for Batavia. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and the count again down to 0-2. Morris raises the bat high. Pound deals the pitch. It's taken by Morris for a 1-2 count. Pound eyes home. Takes a look at the dirt. Throws a gentle pickoff attempt to the first baseman. Ryan Grace. Gonzalez still safe at the bag. He's got a two-step lead off of first base. The next pitch is popped up foul right at the netting. Count stays at 1-2. One-two count for the freshman Morris. He's got his teammate Gonzalez at first and lasers the next pitch up to right field where it rolls for a base hit. Gonzalez sprinting from second to third. He'll get there swiftly. And runners at the corners for the Muckdogs with no outs in the top of the third. Batavia head coach Joey Martinez giving Gonzalez a fist bump. Love the effort to dash from second to third. And he's 90 feet away from being the first run of the ball game. Trevor Dutra next in the lineup. The first baseman for Batavia today, a left-handed hitter. It's a southpaw matchup. First pitch from Pound. Check swing and the umpire says he committed. Count 0-1. Pound keeping his eye on first. Throws a pickoff attempt to the runner Morris, but he's still at the bag in time. Runners at the corners with no outs in the top of the third. Both teams are still scoreless. Next pitch to Dutra. Grounded up to the mound. And the throw to first gets Dutra out. Morris advances 90 feet to second, and Gonzalez stays at third. So, two runners are in scoring position for the Muckdogs. It's Gonzalez at third, Morris at second, which brings up the last hitter in the lineup, Travis Hammond, the center fielder, with one out in the third. Righty-lefty matchup. Hammond batting .264 on the summer, but is known for his speed. Second in the team in stolen bags, but he drills the first pitch up to the right center gap. Gonzalez scores, Morris trots home, and Hammond sprinting to third. He shows off the speed, and he's safe. A 2 RBI triple for the center fielder, Hammond. Helps Batavia draw first blood, and the score 2-0 early in this game. So Lucas Lopez comes back to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Gonzalez and Morris both score off the RBI. Pound first pitch. In the zone for strike one. Lopez was looking at it. Oh, 1 the count. The next delivery. Chopped at first, second base gap. A gentle toss to the first baseman, Grace, who gets the second out. But at the cost of that out, Travis Hammond scores from third, and it's 3-0 Muckdogs early. Bit of a rough start for Lopez so far, but his team is off to a good start. 3-0 Muckdogs in front with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Brings up Jake Butler, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field in his first at-bat, a righty-lefty matchup. First pitch taken by Butler for ball 1. Pound, the 1-0 offering. Hit high to shallow center. Loyal hauls it in, and that's the top of the third for you. 3-run score for the Muckdogs in the top of the third. And Geneva having to play down from behind early.
Dude, I'm just not fast enough. I can't get that.
Why don't you go grab a car from Pellegrino's Auto?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. Here's the keys.
Thank you for the great deal.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Can I get one federal admission ticket, please? Alright, so that's gonna be $9. Having a great season, man. Yeah. First place. First place. I love dogs. There you go. Thank you, sir.
If you would like tickets, call our number at 585-524-2260. Go Dogs.
Bottom of the third, Muckdogs ahead 3-0 thanks to a 3-run half inning just before the break. Ryan Grace leading off for the Red Wings. First pitch is lasered up to center field, and Hammond rushes underneath for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Red Wings. Hammond, the center fielder who made that catch, scored in the last inning and brought 2 of his Muckdog teammates home with a 2-run RBI triple, which brings up Owen Arias, the designated hitter for Geneva. He takes the first pitch down the middle for strike 1. A righty-righty matchup between Benedict and Arias. Ball is grounded up to the shortstop Lopez. He tosses to Dutra for the second out. And Batavia getting easy outs on the field. Christian Bermudez, the last hitter in the Red Wings lineup, steps into the batter's box. The extra hitter tonight. A right-handed hitter. First pitch from Benedict. Upstairs and outside for ball 1. Benedict from the windup gets set, throws the pitch. Swing and a miss again for Bermudez in the count 1-1. Benedict kicks and tosses. A bunt laid off, but it's fouled off third base side by Bermudez. Count falls to 1-2. Benedict raises the leg, guns the pitch. Fastball high and away to the righty. Count even at 2-2 strikes. 2-2 the count with 2 gone in the bottom of the third. No runners on for Geneva. Benedict, his next throw. Outside again. Bermudez doesn't offer. Count 3-2. Payoff pitch from Benedict. Taken for ball 4. He sent to first. The lone runner on for Geneva. Colin Boyd steps back into the box. He's the leadoff hitter for Geneva today. 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. It's a righty-lefty matchup between Benedict and Boyle. First pitch taken by Boyle. The throw to second from Romick. It does beat the runner, and that will end the third inning. Bermudez caught stealing, top of the fourth. Soon to begin. Batavia ahead 3-0.
Man, I have some great cards here.
Well, you better have the house. That's what I got, baby. Go Dogs!
God.
Why are you guys gambling here?
Because we got nowhere else to go.
Batavia Downs is right down the road.
I heard they have horse racing.
Batavia Downs, Hotel and Casino. 8315 Park Road in Batavia, New York.
Start of the fourth inning in Geneva. The Muckdogs are ahead 3-0 against the Red Wings. And their success can be attributed to the center fielder Travis Hammond, who brought home Morris and Gonzalez in the third inning, and then came around the diamond himself. Sean Mendez, the left fielder, leading off for Batavia, and it's the starting pitcher Garrett Pound, still on the mound for the Red Wings. Pound has gotten off to a strong start so far. He's got 4 strikeouts to his name and just 1 walk. Mendez, a right-handed hitter, struck out looking in his last at-bat. It's a lefty-righty matchup. First pitch from the windup by Pound, grounded to third base, but bounces foul. Count 0-1. Mendez takes 2 steps back into the right-handed batter's box and awaits the next pitch. Curveball inside for strike 2 gets Mendez looking, and he's already down in the count. 0-2 offering from Pound. Another curveball below the knees, taken by Mendez for ball 1. Glove at the chin for Pound. He lifts the leg and tosses. Mendez doesn't offer. Count evens at 2-2. Lots of inside pitches here early for the thrower Garrett Pound. 2-2 offering. Outside this time for the righty Mendez, and he's got himself a full count. Payoff pitch from Pound. Misses low, and that's ball 4 for Mendez, which puts 1 runner on in the top of the 4th. Batavia still ahead 3-0, no outs. James Bolton comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The righty gets set and awaits the first pitch from the lefty Pound. Drilled up to second base, and it falls, rolls into right center for a base hit, and Mendez gets to second in scoring position. 2 runners on base now for the Muckdogs. Cooper Romick steps back into the dish. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. base hit would move his teammates closer to home plate. He's got himself no outs and 2 teammates on. First pitch. Taken for Romick for ball 1. Mendaz steals, and that brings Bolton a second off another steal. So Batavia attacking early on the base paths. Doing a great job of keeping Geneva on its toes. And the Red Wings having a quick meeting at the mound. The catcher Skaggs talking things over with the pitcher Pound, who was struggling to find the zone against Mendaz after getting ahead 0-2 in the count. Count 1-0 for Cooper Romick. Ball in the left hand of Pound. He guns the pitch upstairs and away to Romick. Count 2 balls, no strikes. Pound, glove at the waist, lifts and tosses. Pitch misses below the knees to Romick, and he's got a 3-0 count. Romick listening to Coach Martinez from third. Waits the next pitch. Sits on it for a strike, and that's the first one of the at-bat. Batavia up 3-0. No outs in the top of the 4th. Next pitch to Romick is hammered out to deep right center, and it falls to the warning track. He's racing to second. Mendaz comes home. Bolton follows, and that's a 2-run RBI double for the catcher Cooper Romick. Geneva ahead, Batavia ahead 5-0 in the top of the 4th. James Mason returns to the plate. He steps in after Romick's blast to deep right center. First pitch from Pound. Hit foul, misses just in front of the dish, and runners advance 90 feet. Mason gets on base successfully, I should say. Romick at third, Mason at first. No outs in the top of the 4th. Batavia up 5-0. Which brings up Yankiel Gonzalez, who walked in his first at-bat. Mendaz, Bolton, Gonzalez, Morris, and Hammond, the runners to score for the Muckdogs so far. Gonzalez takes the first pitch for strike 1. It's a righty-lefty duel. Pound looks at the first base bag but throws the pitch. Misses way outside to the righty Gonzalez, and he waves off the runner at third, Romick. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Runners at the corners. Next pitch from Pound. Curveball drills Gonzalez. And he's hit to first, which loads the bases, putting Mason at second, Gonzalez at first, and Romick remains at third. TJ Morris up for Batavia. Just needs a base knock to pile on to this Muckdogs lead. Awaits the first pitch, takes it for ball 1. It misses low and away. Next pitch from Pound. Bat slices in half as Morris hits it foul behind the backstop. And he'll return to the dugout to retrieve a new bat. A sliver of the barrel breaks from Morris's wooden bat. Count evens at 1-1. Morris takes a bat from the first baseman Dutra. He gets set in the right-handed batter's box and awaits the next pitch. Curveball nearly gets Morris, but instead it rolls behind the dish, and Romick scores from third. Mason moves 90 feet along with Gonzalez. 2 runners still in scoring position, and the Muckdogs ahead 6-0 in the top of the fourth. So Morris, rather, was in fact hit by that pitch, so he stands at first. It got him in the legs. And Geneva's manager going to talk with his team at the mound. Runners on each base. Top of the fourth, no outs. Dutra up to the bag. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to the pitcher Pound at his last at-bat. Catcher Skaggs returns to home plate. And Dutra is set at the plate as well. Dutra, a left-handed hitter, first pitch. Fastball down Broadway for strike 1. 6-0 Muckdogs in front. Bases juiced, no gone. Pitch misses inside, count evens at 1-1. Pound kicks the leg, deals the pitch. It's a low throw that hits the plate, and the count rises to 2-1 for the lefty Dutra. Dutra gets ready for the next throw. Here it is. Fastball paints the inside corner of the plate for a 3-1 count. One more ball would load Dutra and bring in the runner at third, Mason. So Mason scores as Dutra's walked, scores 7-0. And the top of the fourth, still no outs. Bases remain loaded as Travis Hammond comes back up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI triple. Geneva having a quick meeting at the mound. Garrett Pound, who started off the day strong, had 4 strikeouts in the first 5 batters he's thrown to. But since then has struggled to find the zone, walked a pair of batters, hit 3. And has gone ice cold for the Red Wings. 7-0 the score in favor of the Muckdogs. And it looks like that's the end of the day for Pound. A new pitcher has come on the mound. We'll have more information on him when we return.
Man, I have some great cards here.
Well, you better have the house. That's what I got, baby. Go Dogs! God.
Why are you guys gambling here?
Because we got nowhere else to go.
Batavia Downs is right down the road.
I heard they have horse racing.
Batavia Downs, Hotel and Casino.
8315 Park Road in Batavia, New York.
Cole Littman, the thrower on the mound for Geneva, signals the end of the day for Garrett Pound. Littman, a sophomore out of Allegheny College from Youngstown, Ohio, standing at 6'4", 210 pounds. He faces off against the 10th hitter in Batavia's lineup, Travis Hammond. Hammond 1-for-1 with a 2 RBI triple. Hammond a right-handed hitter. Littman a righty thrower who cranks the first pitch and drills Hammond. Bases still loaded and another run scores. It's Gonzalez from third to make it 8-0. Muckdogs ahead. Lucas Lopez, the leading shortstop, steps up to the plate. He's 0-for-2 with a strikeout and a ground out. On the summer, batting .377, second in Batavia's lineup. Has 43 hits and 28 RBIs. Takes the first pitch for ball one. A base knock would give him at least 29 RBIs on the summer. Count 1-0 for the lefty. No outs, bases juiced. And the top of the fourth, 5 runs have already scored this inning off of just 5 total hits from the Muckdogs. Ball behind Littman's back. He lowers his glove to the chest and deals the pitch. It's on the outside corner of the plate for a 2-0 count. Littman lowers the shoulders. Kicks and tosses. Pitch is fouled off third base side by Lopez. That's the first strike of the at-bat. Next pitch from Littman, again hammered foul, third base side. Count even at 2-2. Littman fires the pitch, swing and a miss from Lopez. Rather, the umpire says it was fouled off. Just briefly made contact, and Lopez stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count for the lefty Lopez. Next pitch is drilled out to center field, and the center fielder also Brooks gets underneath it. The throw to the infield, not in time, and the sac fly brings in TJ Morris to put the Muckdogs ahead 9-0 in the top of the fourth. First out of the at-bat, or of the inning, for the Muckdogs. Jake Butler, the next hitter in the lineup. He's 0-for-2 with a fly out to right field and a pop out to third. First pitch from Littman, taken by Butler for an 0-1 count. Fastball down the shoot head. Butler fooled. Runners on first and second. Littman comes set, throws a gentle pickoff to second, but Dutra back at the bag in time. Oh, 1 count for Butler. Next pitch. Taken again for a strike two. Another throw that finds the zone, and Butler going to need to battle back from the plate. A couple quick looks at second, and Littman's 0-2 offering. Grounded up to the third baseman, Lewis, who touches third for 1 out, throws it across the diamond for 2. It's a double play that retires the side. Muckdogs pick up 6 runs in the top of the fourth to go ahead 9-0 on the road. Geneva will try to mount a comeback when we return.
Hey guys, this is Austin, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Batavia Muckdogs, and I'm here with Dewey at Attica's 10th hole in Attica, New York at 96 Bunnell Street. Dewey's here ready to sink a par. Go ahead, Dewey. Come out to Attica's to play some 9-hole golf. Nice job, Dewey. Hey guys, this is Austin, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Batavia Muckdogs, and I'm here with Dewey at Attica's 10th hole in Attica, New York at 96 Bunnell Street. Dewey's here ready to sink a par. Go ahead, Dewey. Come out to Attica's to play some 9-hole golf. Nice job, Dewey.
Batavia ahead 9-0 in the bottom of the fourth. The top of the order back up for the Red Wings. Michael Benedict still on the mound for Batavia. Colin Boyd, the leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Benedict's first pitch misses low and outside. Count 1-0 for Boyd. Benedict from the windup throws the next pitch. Fastball upstairs and in. Gives Boyd a 2-0 count. Glove at the waist. Benedict guns the pitch. It's taken by Boyd for ball 3. And Benedict in danger of a 4-pitch walk. Boyd, a .239 batting average on the summer. Ranks him in the middle of Geneva's lineup. He takes the next pitch for a strike. Still a hitter's count for the lefty. Benedict's next throw is hammered out to center field, and Travis Hammond takes 4 steps to the wall and makes the grab for out number 1. John Lewis steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. The third baseman for Geneva today, a right-handed hitter. Trying to give the Red Wings a spark. First pitch from Benedict. Right down the chute for an 0-1 count. Gets Lewis looking. Benedict kicks and tosses. Ball clobbered foul, third base side. Romick rushed over to it, but instead it falls behind the Muckdogs dugout. Count 0-2 for the third baseman, Lewis. Benedict looking at home plate, raises the leg, darts the pitch, fouled off to the backstop by Lewis. Count stands at 0-2. Benedict lowers the glove, delivers the pitch, upstairs and away. Count rises to 1-2. Lewis did not go. Benedict comes set, releases the 1-2. Check swing by Lewis. Umpire says he didn't go. Count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lewis back in the box. Awaits Benedict's next toss. Ball is crushed out to deep left. Back goes Mendez to the warning track. It is gone. A solo blast by John Lewis gives the Red Wings their first points of the night. Second home run of the summer for the third baseman. And the score 9-1 in the bottom of the fourth. So a solo home run by John Lewis brings up Joe Tiroli, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. A righty hitter, first pitch from Benedict, rather. Swung on and missed for an 0-1 count. Benedict kicks the leg and lets loose. Fastball low and away for ball 1, evens the count. Benedict, his next toss. Another swing and a miss by Tiroli, has him down 1-2 in the count. Benedict, glove at the chest, deals. Ball misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count for the second baseman. Benedict, his 2-2 toss, hammered out to center field. Hammond takes a couple steps behind him and makes the grab for the second out. Hammond getting active at deep center field. Corrals another fly ball, and that's 2 gone for the Red Wings in the bottom of the fourth. Tyler Skaggs back up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. A righty-righty duel. Benedict, his first toss. Fastball low and in for a 1-0 count. Benedict, the 1-0. Taken by Skaggs for ball 2. Benedict comes set, delivers. Ball lasered up to third base. Butler picks it up and tosses to Jutra for the final out. The Red Wings get their first run off of a solo home run by John Lewis. And the Muckdogs lead by 8 heading into the 5th inning.
Landon, my elbow. Oh my gosh. We need to get you to Rochester Regional Health. For all your medical needs, go to Rochester Regional Health, the best health services in Western New York.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Can I get one federal admission ticket, please?
Alright, so that's gonna be $9. Having a great season, man.
Yeah.
First place.
First place,
I love it.
Muckdogs.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
If you would like tickets, call our number at 585-524-2260. Go Dogs.
Top of the fifth in Geneva, the Muckdogs hold a 9-1 advantage against the Red Wings, with Sean Mendaz leading things off for Batavia. Mendaz went down looking in his first at-bat, was then walked and brought home. On the season, Mendaz posts a .291 batting average, which puts him fourth in the lineup. Is also fourth in hits with 23 and runs with 23. Goes up against the relief pitcher Cole Littman, who substituted for Garrett Pound in the previous inning. A righty-lefty matchup. Righty-righty, I should say. Littman gets set and releases the first pitch, taken by Mendaz. It's low and away for strike one. 0-1 the count for the left fielder Mendaz. Glove at the chest for Littman. He kicks and deals. Mendaz sits on the next pitch for ball one. That evens the count at one apiece. One offering from Littman is clobbered up to the first and second base gap. It's a high fly ball, and the second baseman, Joe Tyroli, pulls it in for out number one. Muckdogs ahead 9-1 with one out in the top of the fifth. Which brings up the designated hitter, James Bolton, who's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Bolton, a righty. Watches the first pitch fly by him for an 0-1 count. Next pitch to Bolton. High and inside, taken by Bolton for a 1-1 count. Littman throws the 1-1. Bolton sends it to the first baseman, Grace, who pulls it in for the second out. And Cooper Romick gets another shot at the plate. Romick 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. Right-handed hitter going up against the righty Littman. First pitch finds the inside part of the plate for ball 1. Whitman puts the ball in his glove, has that at the belt, and kicks and tosses. Next pitch taken by Romick for a 2-0 count. Romick had a 2 RBI double in the 4th inning. Next pitch. Check swing by Romick. Umpire says he went. Count 2-1. Littman lowers the shoulders, fires the pitch. It's clubbed out to left center by Romick rather, and it falls for a base hit. He gets to first. James Mason up to the plate. Mason 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single. Mason, a right-handed hitter, steps into the box with 2 outs, hits the first pitch foul over the grandstand for an 0-1 count. The pitcher, Littman, takes a quick look at first, but cranks the pitch. It's again popped up over the netting by Mason. Count falls to 0-2. Littman gives the nod to the catcher, Skaggs. Takes a quick glance at Romick at first and delivers. Curveball upstairs and outside to Mason. Brings the count at 1-2. Another turn to first by Littman as Mason hacks at the next pitch but sends it foul, third base side. Count still at 1-2 for the sophomore Mason. Mason gets some words of encouragement from the dugout. Next pitch. Grounded up between the second and third base gap. It trickles into left field. And that's a base knock for James Mason, which puts him at first and Romick at second. Yankiel Gonzalez comes up to the batter's box. Gonzalez was walked in his first at-bat and was then hit by pitch. Gonzalez, first game back, takes the first pitch for a low outside ball. Romick, two-step lead off of second. Mason the same at first. Next pitch from Littman. Hacked at and hits the leg of Gonzalez. He fouls it off. Doesn't even leave home plate. Count 1-1 for Yankiel Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets back in his stance. Littman ready at the mound. Looks at second, lifts and deals. Swing and a miss from Gonzalez. Count lowers to 1-2. 2 gone in the top of the 5th. Muckdogs ahead 9-1 with 2 runners on. 1-2 to Gonzalez, below the knees and in for a even 2-2 count. A win for the Muckdogs today and a loss for Auburn would give Batavia the 1 seed heading into the Western playoffs. Swing and a miss from Gonzalez. He goes down to retire the side. But the Muckdogs came into today wanting that final victory to give them the 1 seed. So far, they're up 9-1. We go to the bottom of the 5th, where Geneva tries to stay alive.
Jeez, this guy stinks. Going to the bullpen. Ready? Me? Ow. Thanks to these Muckdogs jerseys, which you can buy now, I'm still fresh and still clean.
Bottom of the 5th, the Muckdogs firmly ahead of the Red Wings 9-1. Right-handed pitcher Michael Benedict still on the mound for Batavia. He's pitched the entire game thus far. And to start things out, he goes up against the center fielder, Aiden Brooks. Brooks 0 for 1 with a flyout to the shortstop Lopez. Brooks, a left-handed hitter. First pitch from Benedict upstairs and outside for a 1-0 count. Brooks posts a .230 batting average coming into today. Does an offer on the next pitch to bring the count to 2-0. Has tallied 15 runs and 20 hits on the summer. Next pitch misses inside to the lefty, and Brooks has a hitter's count. One ball away from a 4-pitch walk from Benedict. He fires the next pitch, and that's exactly what happens. A 4-pitch walk for the lefty, Brooks. Brings him to first and brings up the next hitter, Cooper Loyal, who singled in his first at-bat. A pitch hitter on deck for the Wings as Loyal hits the first pitch foul behind the backstop. 0-1 the count for the righty Loyal. Benedict from the stretch lifts the leg and tosses high and inside to Loyal, who sits on the pitch for a 1-1 count. Benedict, a quick look at first and deals. A foul ball from Loyal as it grazes the top of the barrel. Count lowers to 1-2. One runner on for the Red Wings. Pickoff attempt thrown by Benedict, but to no avail. No outs in the bottom of the 5th. Batavia up 9-1. Thanks to 3 runs scored in the 3rd and 6 in the 4th. Benedict, the 1-2 offering, again slapped foul by Loyal. Right to the netting. Count stands at 1-2. Well, the Red Wings haven't had an answer for Batavia. Had a solo home run from the third baseman, John Lewis. That's their lone run of the game. Pickoff attempt by Benedict, unsuccessful. Count 1-2. He deals to Lewis. Eats the first pitch for strike. Eats the next one for strike 3, and he goes down looking for the first out. Hugh LeMasters, a pinch hitter, steps up to the plate for the Red Wings. Pinch hitting for Braden Kessel. A right-handed hitter. First pitch from Benedict. High and away for a 1-0 count. The Red Wings doing all they can to try and cut this 9-1 deficit. Next pitch taken by LeMasters for ball 2. But the Red Wings fighting for that number 4 seed in the West. Batavia trying to clinch the 1 seed as the next pitch is grounded up into left field for a base hit. It's a single for Hugh LeMasters, which brings also Brooks to second. And Ryan Grace back at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout to the center fielder, Travis Hammond. Has 2 of his teammates on base. First pitch taken for strike 1. Benedict, glove lowered to the belt. Eye second. Darts the pitch. Smacked foul. First base side by Grace. Count 0-2. Ball hangs out of Benedict's right arm. Inserts it in the glove. Guns the pitch. Fastball up and away. Misses for a 1-2 count. Benedict, a few more looks at the second base bag and deals the pitch. It's called strike 3 for out number 2. Grace goes down looking, and he's 0 for 2 on the day. 9-1 Batavia in front in the bottom of the 5th with 2 gone. Owen Arias steps in. Arias 0 for 1 with a ground out to short his last time around. Does an offer on the first pitch for a 1-0 count. Benedict consistently keeping his eye on second. Throws the pitch. It's swung on and missed by Arias for an even 1-1 count. Benedict lowers the glove, deals. Fastball outside and a low for a 2-1 count. Batavia has scored its runs on just 7 hits. Next pitch is popped up just in front of home plate. Dutra waves everyone off at first, and corrals it to retire the side. Muckdogs ahead 9-1 heading into the 6th inning. More Batavia baseball coming up shortly.
Dude, I'm just not fast enough. I can't get that.
Why don't you go grab a car from Pellegrino's Auto?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. Here's the keys.
Thank you for the great deal.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Hey guys, this is Austin, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Batavia Muckdogs, and I'm here with Dewey at Attica's 10th hole in Attica, New York at 96 Bunnell Street. Dewey's here ready to sink a par. Go ahead, Dewey. Come out to Attica's to play some 9-hole golf. Nice job, Dewey.
Top of the 6th in Geneva, the Muckdogs hold a commanding 9-1 lead against the Red Wings, with the back of the lineup getting ready to hit, starting with the right fielder TJ Morris. Morris singled in his first at-bat, was hit by pitch his second time around, has 1 run scored on the day. A right-handed hitter, a freshman out of Salisbury University, going up against the right-handed tosser Cole Whitman. First pitch, swing and a miss from Morris. His timing was just a tad early. 0-1 count for Morris. Whitman from the stretch cranks the next pitch, taken by Morris to even the count at 1-1. One count for the righty Morris. Whitman lowers the glove and tosses. Ball is drilled high in the air to right center, and Ryan Grace gets underneath it for the first out. Trevor Dutra next in the lineup for the Muckdogs. Was hit by pitch his last time at the plate and eventually got out from a double play. Dutra, left-handed hitter. First pitch from Whitman, curveball high and inside for strike 1. Dutra, a .210 batting average on the summer, looks at the next pitch for ball 1. Has 13 runs and 13 hits on the summer. Next offering from Whitman. Low and outside brings the count to 2-1. For the lefty Dutra. Ball at the chin for Littman. He lowers it, kicks the leg, and fires. Next throw finds the inside part of the zone for a 2-2 count. Dutra laid off. 2-2 pitch from Whitman. Fastball low and in. Brings it a full count for the first baseman. One away in the top of the sixth. The Muckdogs ahead 9-1. No runners on for Batavia. Next pitch, check swing from Dutra. And he's walked over to first. Travis Hammond, last in the lineup for the Muckdogs, getting ready to swing. Gotten on base both times today. Had a 2 RBI triple in the third inning. Was then hit by pitch. And the righty steps into the box. Littman still working the mound. Anthony Greco coming in for Dutra as a pinch runner, so he's on first with a 2-step leadoff. First throw from Littman fouled off over the grandstand. Count 0-1. Greco a fresh set of legs coming in for Dutra. Not in the lineup today. Next pitch taken by Hammond for strike 2. Littman eyes first, gets set. Has the glove at the chest and deals. Fastball misses low and in for Hammond. First ball of the at-bat. Littman, ball in his right hand, takes a minute to get set. Rests it in the glove and delivers. Ball grounded up to third. It's fumbled around by Lewis. The throw to first does not beat Hammond, and the quick speed allowing him to get to the bag safely. That'll be counted as an error for the third baseman, John Lewis, which brings up the leadoff hitter for Batavia, Lucas Lopez, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. Runners on first and second with 1 out for Batavia. First pitch to Lopez. Clobbered out to right center. And it's pulled in by left fielder Boyd. In left field, I should say, for the second out. And Lopez has been in a bit of a cold stretch lately. Has yet to get on base today. Jake Butler back up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 as well. Had a fly out, a pop out, and a ground out. Butler a righty, trying to get his groove in. He's sits on the first pitch that misses for ball 1. Next pitch to Butler. Set on again for a 2-0 count. Butler hesitant to swing so far, and it's been working out for him. Littman glances at first, kicks and tosses. Butler chops it foul third base side. Coach Martinez picks it up for the Muckdogs. Two on the count for Butler. Next throw from Littman is fouled off behind the dish. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count for the righty Butler. Trying to get on base for the first time today. Has teammates on first and second. Littman nods to the catcher Skaggs, who fires the pitch. This is outside and low for a full count. Payoff pitch from Littman. Popped up, foul. Lands at the backstop. Count remains 3-2. Greco at second. Hammond at first. Batavia ahead 9-1 with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Full count for the righty Jake Butler. Next pitch from Littman. Outside and taken for ball 4. That loads the bases. Batavia had the bases juiced earlier today and capitalized with 6 runs scored in the 4th inning. And a pinch hitter, Jacob Vesco, comes in for Sean Mendez. Vesco, a late addition to the Muckdogs roster. Came in a few days before the season started. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. But on the summer, he's posted a 193 batting average with 13 runs, 11 hits, and 7 RBIs. Fouls off the next pitch over the netting to even the count at 1-1. Currently has the bases loaded. Base hit would bring one of his teammates home. He looks at the next pitch for a 2-1 count. It would be Greco from third. Would also put the Muckdogs at double digits with 10 runs scored. Next throw from Littman. Vesco stands flat-footed, count 2-2. Littman, meanwhile, trying to get out of the jam. He's pitched in a few innings so far, and it came in when the Muckdogs were already down. Rather, the Red Wings already down a lot as the next pitch misses high for a 3-2 count. Three-two the count for the righty Vesco. Payoff pitch from Littman. Sneaks into the outside corner of the plate for ball 4, which walks Anthony Greco up from third to put the Muckdogs ahead 10-1. James Bolton back to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a single, and a lineout. First pitch from Littman. Bolton lays off, count 1-0. Runners on each base for Batavia with 2 gone. Bolton drills the next pitch up to second, but it's corralled and thrown to first by Tyroli to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th, where the Muckdogs are in front 10-1. Geneva, just a few more chances to erase the deficit. Batavia ahead 10-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Michael Benedict still on the mound for the Muckdogs. He's pitched the entire game. And for Geneva, it's the back of the order up to the plate, starting with the extra hitter Christian Bermudez. Bermudez walked in his first trip to the plate, but was then caught stealing at second. He whiffs on the first pitch for an 0-1 count. Benedict from the windup guns the pitch. Bermudez bites again, but couldn't make contact. Count falls to 0-2. Glove at the chest for Benedict. He guns the pitch. Hit foul by Bermudez. Rolls into the backstop. Count stays at 0-2. Righty-righty matchup between Benedict and Bermudez. Next pitch. Grounded up to the shortstop Lopez. He fumbles it, but throws it to first. Greco misses the grab, and Bermudez gets to the bag. That brings up the leadoff hitter Colin Boyd, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a fly out to center field. A left-handed hitter. Comes up with no outs, one runner on. First pitch. Down Broadway for strike one. Fastball had Boyd fooled. Benedict nods to the catcher Romick and guns the pitch. It's hammered out to right field. It rolls into the outfield, scooped up by Morris. But the throw not in time, and that puts Bermudez in scoring position and Colin Boyd at first. Boyd on base for the first time today. Next hitter in the lineup, John Lewis, the third baseman for the Red Wings. 1 for 2 with a ground out and a solo home run. Lewis a righty. Benedict looks at second and deals the first pitch. Up and away for strike one. John Lewis steps back into the box. Benedict gets set. Runners have two-step leadoffs at each base. Next pitch gets away from Romick, and the wild pitch advances Bermudez and Boyd 90 feet. Both of them at scoring position for Geneva. Ball hangs out of Benedict's right arm. Count 1-1 for the righty Lewis. Benedict's next pitch. Upstairs and inside for a 2-1 count. Still no outs in the bottom of the 6th. Benedict kicks and deals. Another pitch that gets away from Romick has Bermudez scoring. Benedict races to home to prevent another runner. And the score 10-2 in favor of Batavia. Boyd gets to third. The lone runner on base for Geneva. Bermudez, the runner that scores. Next pitch is swung on and missed by Lewis. Count falls to 3-2. Benedict eyes home, kicks the leg, fires the pitch. It's clubbed out to right field. Morris throws it back to the infield to Romick, but not before Colin Boyd scores. Lewis gets on base yet again, and the Muckdogs lead by just 7 with no outs for Geneva. Batavia now having a quick meeting at the mound. Joe Tyroli getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. The Red Wings starting to find their rhythm. It's taken them 6 innings, but they finally brought in 2 more runs after the solo blast by John Lewis in the 4th. End of the day for Michael Benedict. And the next pitcher is Tucker Beving. So Beving takes a moment to warm up with the catcher Romick. And in the meantime, we'll take a quick break. Tucker Beving comes in for Michael Benedict, currently playing catch with Batavia's Cooper Romick. Beving on the season, 7th in the roster in ERA with a 3.24. Has pitched in just over 8 innings, has allowed 8 hits, 3 runs, and 4 walks. A sophomore out of the University of Wisconsin Stout in his 2nd season with the Muckdogs. The first pitch, ball 1 to the righty hitter, Joe Tyroli. Back pick attempt and safely. It's John Lewis who stays at the bag for Geneva. Lewis at first. No outs in the bottom of the sixth. The next pitch gets away from Romick. He corrals it in time to throw to second. Gets Lewis out. And that's one gone in the bottom of the sixth. Count 2-0 for the righty Tyroli. No more runners on for the Red Wings. Beving's next pitch, grazed foul. Barely leaves home plate. Count 2-1. Beving from the windup lets loose. Ball is lasered into deep left, and it hooks into foul territory. Mendaz dashing over to try and make a basket catch, but it gets away from him into foul territory. Count even at 2-2. Beving takes a moment to reset his positioning. Tyroli steps back into the right-handed batter's box. The next pitch, curveball high and inside, is smacked foul, first base side. Beving kicks and deals. Fastball right down the inside part of the plate, brings the count to full for the righty Joe Tyroli. He hammers the next pitch out to deep left field. Mendaz races to the wall to get back to it, but it bounces into the outfield instead, and it's a double for Tyroli. Almost his second home run on the day. Instead, he stands at second base, which brings up the catcher Tyler Skaggs. Struck out his first time around. Righty hitter gets ready for Beving's first pitch. Finally thrown and swing, and a miss by Skaggs for an 0-1 count. Skaggs calls a brief timeout, but gets back into the box. Beving, a long look at second, finally deals. Off-speed pitch misses low and in for an even 1-1 count. Beving, another look at for second. Throws the next pitch, and it's hit foul to the backstop. Count falls to 1-2. Beving nods to Romick. Cannons the pitch. It's popped up high and foul first base territory, and Greco corrals it for the second out of the inning. And also Brooks back at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to shortstop. Was walked in his most recent round swinging. Beving gets in his stance. It's a righty-lefty matchup. One runner on second for Geneva. The first pitch. This is low. Count 0-1-0 rather. Bottom of the sixth, 2 gone. Batavia ahead 10-3. One runner on for the Red Wings. Next pitch. Fastball that could not paint the inside Corner of the zone for a 2-0 count. Beving kicks and tosses. Ball is rolled, fair down the first base line. He's racing over to second, which brings in Joe Tiroli, rather. So it's an RBI double for the Red Wings. 10-4 the score in favor of the Muckdogs. Which brings up Cooper Loyal. Cooper Loyal 1 for 2 on the evening at a single and a strikeout. Two outs for the Red Wings. First pitch to Loyal is crushed foul to the netting. 0-1 count for the righty hitter. Beving shakes his head and deals. Check swing from Loyal. The umpire says he didn't go. Count tied at 1 apiece. Batavia sharing some quick words with the umpire behind the plate. Beving his next throw. Upstairs and away for a 2-1 count. Hewlett Masters getting ready to swing again for Geneva. Beving gives Romick the nod and cannons the next pitch. It's low and away. Count rises to 3-1. Beving looks at second, releases the pitch. It's called a strike for a full count, and Geneva's dugout is infuriated. Three and two, the offering. It's smacked into right field. Morris corrals the final out of the inning. We go to the top of the 7th, where the Muckdogs hold a 10-4 advantage against the Red Wings. Batavia trying to pull away when we come back.
Dude, I'm just not fast enough. I can't get that.
Why don't you go grab a car from Pellegrino's Auto?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. Here's the keys.
Thank you for the great deal.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a great day.
Thank you. You too.
$998, $999, $1,000.
Yo, Jake, how did you get so big?
Oh, I just go to Whole Life Fitness in Batavia. You should go get a membership there.
All right, thanks.
Of course.
1, 2, 3.
97, 98, 99, 100.
Oh, what's up, Landon? How's Whole Life Fitness?
Great, I feel like a new man. Thanks for the advice.
Of course.
Go to Whole Life Fitness in Batavia.
What do we got here today? What do you guys
How
got?
can I help you?
What do you recommend?
We just got a fresh batch of Eli Fish's Muckdog Ale.
Muckdog Ale? Go Dogs! Give me some of those.
Muckdog
Ale coming right up.
Muckdog Ale!
Go Dogs, baby!
Top of the 7th inning in Geneva, the Muckdogs are ahead of the Red Wings 10-4. New pitcher on the mound for Geneva, it's Michael Bokus. Bokus posts an 8.72 ERA in 14 games played. In just over 21 innings pitched, he's allowed 17 hits, 23 runs, and has thrown 23 strikeouts to go along with 27 walks. Bokus, a freshman out of Franklin Pierce University, stands at 5'10", 175 pounds. Going up against Batavia's catcher, Cooper Romick. Romick 2 for 3 on the evening with a strikeout, a double, and a single. It's a righty matchup. Bokus nods to the catcher Skaggs, kicks and deals. First pitch taken by Romick for strike one. From the windup, Bokus lifts the leg and tosses. Next pitch in the zone for a strike. It was up and in for an 0-2 count. 0-2 offering from Bokus. Lasered up the center by Romick, and it's pulled in by also Brooks for the first out. James Mason returns to the plate off of the flyout by Romick. Mason 2 for 3 on the day. A ground out and a pair of singles. A right-handed hitter. Awaits the first pitch. High and outside to the righty. Count rises to 1-0 for Mason. Bokus releases the pitch. Below the knees and outside. Count 2-0 for Mason. He's yet to offer. Bokus nods to Skaggs. Kicks and delivers. Another pitch sat on by Mason. This time it's the first strike of the at-bat. Two won the count for the righty James Mason. Bokus lets loose. Next throw almost drills Mason in the leg, but he just avoids it for a 3-1 count. Batavia ahead 10-4 with one out in the top of the 7th. No runners on, but that changes as Mason is walked to first. Yankiel Gonzalez, the next hitter in the lineup for the Muckdogs. Gonzalez was walked, hit by a pitch, and then struck out in his outing today. Right-handed hitter from Las Vegas, Nevada. Bokus, first pitch, curveball, finds the center of the target window for an 0-1 count. And Gonzalez fooled by that first throw. Mason a two-step lead off of first. Bokus fires the next pitch, swing and a miss from Gonzalez. Count falls to 0-2. Bokus bent over, gets set, nods, and cannons the pitch. It's grounded to the third baseman by Gonzalez. One throw to second, gets an out. Back to first for a double play to retire the side. And Geneva getting rid of Batavia rather quickly in the top of the 7th. We head to the bottom of the inning, where Batavia still holds a 10-4 advantage.
Jeez, this guy stinks. Go to the bullpen. Ready?
Me? Ow. Thanks to these Muckdogs jerseys, which you can buy now, I'm still fresh and still clean.
New pitcher on the mound for the Muckdogs, it's Nathan Ruth. Nathan Ruth on the summer posts a .484 ERA. In 13 innings pitched, he's let up 15 hits, 11 runs, 6 walks, and has thrown 14 strikeouts. He plays catch with Cooper Romick. And on the flip side, Hugh Masters leads off for the Red Wings. Batavia ahead 10-4, the bottom of the 7th, with no outs. Batavia got its lead in the 3rd inning with 3 runs and then added 6 more in the 4th. Scored again in the 6th to go up double digits. Nathan Ruth throws the first pitch to LeMasters. It's taken by the righty for a 1-0 count. Ruth from the windup kicks and tosses. Fastball down Broadway for strike 1. And that evens the count. Ruth, glove at the chin, lowers it to the chest, guns the pitch. Curveball high and outside to LeMasters, who watches it fly by for a 2-1 count. Ruth guns the next pitch. Hacked at and fouled off into the Muckdogs dugout by LeMasters to bring the count to 2-2. Glove covering Ruth's face. Lifts and deals. Ball clobbered foul. First base side. Count remains 2-2. Ruth throws the next pitch. Drilled up to right center. It falls. Gets away from Morris and trickles to the warning track. LeMasters races to second. He's going to third. The throw from Morris to the infield does not beat the runner. And it's a triple by Hugh LeMasters in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Grace comes up to the plate now. Grace 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. Has his teammate 90 feet away. And now would be a great time to find his rhythm. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. Ruth, this time from the stretch, lifts the leg and darts the pitch. Swing and a miss by Ryan Grace for a 1-1 count. Ball hangs out of Ruth's left hand. Puts it in the glove. Goes the shoulders and releases. Curveball upstairs and away for a 2-1 count. Two-one the count for the righty Grace. Ruth releases the next pitch, gets away from Romick, but he gets a hold of it shortly after. While Masters stays at third. Ruth gets set, fires the pitch. Slapped foul over the grandstand for a full count. Payoff pitch from Ruth. Hit foul first base side, lands in the visitor's bullpen. Still the full count for Grace. Ruth lifts and deals. Ball grounded up to the second baseman, Gonzalez. He tosses to first to Greco for the out. But at the cost of that out, LeMasters scores to make it a 5-run ball game in the bottom of the 7th. Owen Arias back up to the plate. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out. First pitch, slammed out to left field. It falls to the warning track. Mendez throws it up to the infield, but not in time, and that's a double by Owen Arias. Geneva's hitters are starting to heat up. One runner on second, one on first for the Red Wings. Which brings up Christian Bermudez, the last hitter in the lineup. Bermudez walked in his last at-bat. Ruth fires the first pitch, taken for ball one, just a notch outside of the zone. Ruth, his next offering. Sat on again for ball two. Count rises to 2-0. Ruth, ball hangs out of the left hand. Takes a look back at second. And lasers the pitch. Curveball upstairs and out. For a 3-0 count, one ball would walk the righty, Bermudez.
Even though they trail by 5, the Wings are out hitting the Muckdogs by 2, 9 hits to their 7.
Ruth, next offering. Outside for ball 4, and rather that put runners on first and second. Colin Boyd, the leadoff hitter, back to the plate. One out in the top, rather the bottom of the 7th. Muckdogs ahead 10-5. 2 runners on for Geneva. Colin Boyd 1 for 2 with a ground out, a fly out, and a single. First pitch, laid off for strike one. Ruth looks behind him at the second base bag. Steps off for a brief moment. Eyes his catcher Romick. And finally deals. Fastball low at the dirt for an even 1-1 count. A righty-lefty matchup. between Ruth and Boyd. The next pitch swung on and missed. A double steal in the meantime puts runners on second and third for the Red Wings. 2 in scoring position. If both of them came home, Batavia would only be up by 3 after leading by as much as 9. Ruth, 1-2 offering. Curveball outside and a low. Misses the catcher Romick. Count 2 apiece. Ruth gets in his stance, throws the next pitch. It's fouled off to the backstop, which keeps Boyd alive. Ruth straightens up, lowers the shoulders, releases the pitch. Belted high in the air to left, right center. Hammond pulls it in, and Owen Arias calmly jogs home off the sac fly. It's 10-6 now in the bottom of the 7th. And the Muckdogs only lead by 4 now. John Lewis comes back up. He hit a solo home run in the 4th inning. First pitch. Misses high, and the count 1-0. 10-6 to score in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Batavia ahead. Geneva, a runner at second. Ruth, continuing to look at the second base bag, steps off the mound for a brief moment. Finally looks in front of him and deals high and outside to John Lewis to bring the count up to 2-0. Ruth gets set, lifts the leg, guns the pitch. It's hit foul by Lewis for a 2-1 count. Ruth looks at home plate. Takes a few glances at second and delivers. Fastball called strike for strike 2. And Ruth, one more away from getting out of the inning with only letting up 2 runs. Geneva 5 scored across the 6th and 7th inning. Ruth's next offering high and away for a full count. Geneva fighting back after going down by as much as 9. Ruth lifts the leg, fires the pitch, taken for ball 4, and that puts runners on first and second. Joe Tyroli comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a double, a fly out, and a ground out. And the Muckdogs having a meeting at the mound. 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th. Batavia ahead 10-6. But despite the lead, the Muckdogs only have 7 runs to the Red Wings' 9. Both teams have 1 error. And it is in fact the end of the day for Ruth. So Michael Pedraza steps on the mound. Gets ready to throw. Playing warm-up with Romick. We'll take a quick break while he gets ready. A little bit about Michael Pedraza. He's a senior out of Kentucky State University. In his second year with Batavia, from Palm Beach, Florida. On the summer, he ranks 5th in the roster in ERA with a 2.4, has pitched in 15 innings for Batavia, has let up 9 hits, 7 walks, but has struck out 17 batters. Getting ready to face off against Joe Tiroli. Tiroli again 1 for 3 on the evening. First pitch taken for strike 1. 2 away, Muckdogs ahead 10-6 with 2 runners on base for Geneva. Pedraza deals the pitch. Called strike by the umpire, a fastball down the middle. Makes it a 0-2 count for the righty Joe Tiroli. Pedraza, a right-handed thrower, has the ball at his chin and fires. Ball grazed foul behind the dish. Count stands 0-2. Pedraza eyes second and fires the pitch. It's fouled off over the netting. Count stands at 0-2. Geneva has scored 2 runs this inning. Had 3 in the 6th. And after going down 9-1, lead 10-6 late in this game. Pedraza's 0-2. Foul off the barrel of the hitter Tiroli. Count still no balls, 2 strikes. But Geneva coming back against Batavia late in this game. The first game of the season series ended the other way around. Batavia came back down 6-0 at home to win 12-7. And now Geneva trying to give Batavia a taste of its own medicine. 1-2 the count for the righty Tyroli. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Pedraza just needs one more strike to get out of the inning. His pitch. Fastball up and in for an even 2-2 count. Pedraza eyes home, has the glove near the chin, lifts and tosses. Ball grounded up to the third baseman, Butler. He tosses to Gonzalez at second for the out. And 2 runs score for Geneva this inning to make it 10-6 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th when we return. Top of the 8th inning, the Muckdogs lead 10-6 against the Red Wings, with the back of the order up for Batavia, starting with the right fielder, TJ Morris. Morris, on the day, he singled, was hit by pitch, followed by a pop-out to the first baseman, Grace. Michael Bokus still on the mound for Geneva. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. A righty matchup between Bokus and Morris. Next throw paints the outside part of the plate for a 2-0 count. Bokus kicks and deals. Fastball below the knees and out for a 3-0 count. And Bokus one pitch away from a 4-throw walk. Next delivery from Bokus. Fastball down the middle for strike 1. It's still a hitter's count for the righty Morris. Next pitch is hacked at but fouled off by Morris. It trickles into the Red Wings dugout first base side. No outs in the top of the 8th. Batavia up 10-6. No runners on. Next pitch from Bokus. High and inside for ball 4. Brings Morris to first. Anthony Greco coming in for Batavia. Came in as a pinch hitter earlier in the game for Trevor Dutra. Greco, a left-handed hitter, going up against the righty Bocus. First throw. Fastball misses low and outside. Count 1-0. Morris, a two-step leadoff of first. From the stretch, Bocus deals. Ball grounded up to second. And a toss to the bag gets one out. But Anthony Greco gets on from the fielder's choice. So he's safe at first. Morris got out at second. And there's one gone in the top of the eighth. Hammond next up to the plate. Had a 2 RBI triple in his first at-bat. Was hit by pitch and then reached first off an error. Right-handed hitter. First pitch. Fastball low and outside. Count 1-0 for the righty. Next pitch from Bocus. Sat on by Hammond for a 1-1 count. Greco dashes to second. The throw from the catcher, Skaggs, does not beat him. And that's a free 90 for the first baseman, Greco. On the count 1-2 at the plate for the righty, Travis Hammond. So Greco in scoring position after the stolen bag. Currently has a two-step leadoff of second. Bocus trying to keep his eye on him. Guns the pitch taken by Hammond for ball 2. Glove at the chest for Bocus. Kicks and tosses. Hammond hits it foul, just about 6 inches ahead of the dish. Count stands at 2-2. One gone in the top of the eighth. Muckdogs ahead 10-6. Anthony Greco, the lone runner, on at second. Batavia started out the game with 3 runs scored in the third, followed by 6 in the fourth to go up 9-1. Has led the entire game, but Geneva slowly and steadily have crawled back. Payoff pitch to Hammond is grounded up the middle, thrown back to first. Gets the speedy Hammond out. But Greco gets to third in the process. 2 gone in the top of the eighth for the Muckdogs, with Caleb Walker coming into the game. Walker hitting for Lucas Lopez, who's been taken out. Walker, a lefty and a junior out of Alfred State. First pitch from Bocus. Slapped out to left center. And the left fielder, Colin Boyd, makes the final out to retire the side. Bottom of the eighth coming up shortly. The Muckdogs ahead 10-6 when we return.
guy stinks. Go to the bullpen. Ready?
Me? Ow. Thanks to these Muckdogs jerseys, which you can buy now, I'm still fresh and still clean.
Bottom of the eighth, where the Muckdogs lead the Red Wings 10-6. Michael Pedraza still on the mound for Batavia. And for Geneva, Tyler Skaggs, the catcher, gets ready to lead off. Skaggs popped out to first in his last at-bat. It's a righty-righty duel. Pedraza, from the windup, cranks the first pitch. Fastball low at the plate for ball one. Coming into today, Skaggs posted a .225 batting average, 4 runs and 9 hits on the summer. Fouls off the next pitch for a 1-1 count. Trying to spark a late run rally by the Red Wings as he sends the next pitch out to right field, where Morris calmly snares it in for the first out. Hayden also Brooks next in the lineup for Geneva. With 1 gone in the bottom of the eighth. Also Brooks has reached base twice tonight, had a fly out to short followed by a walk and a single. First pitch taken by the lefty for strike 1. Oh, on the count, Pedraza, his next toss. Another fastball, low and away. Evens the count at 1-1. Pedraza, glove at the chin, lowered to the belt. Lifts the leg, fires the pitch. Off speed and outside for a 2-1 count. Also Brooks has the bat held high. Swings and misses on the first pitch to bring the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pedraza kicks and fires. Next pitch sat on by also Brooks, brings him to a full count. 1 out in the bottom of the eighth. Batavia ahead of Geneva 10-6. No runners on for the Red Wings. Pedraza gets set and cannons the pitch. Fastball in the inside corner for strike 3, which puts 2 outs on the board for Geneva. Cooper Loyal back up to the plate. Loyal 1 for 3. Had a base knock in the second inning. First pitch misses for ball 1. Pedraza guns the pitch. Off speed on the low outside corner. Count rises to 2-0. Pedraza lowers the shoulders and deals. Also Brooks doesn't, either Loyal doesn't offer. Count 3-0. Pedraza lowers the glove, releases the pitch. Loyal stands flat-footed and he's walked to first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Brings up Hugh LeMasters. It's 2 for 2 since pinch hitting. Came in for Braden Kessel. Has a single and a triple on the day. First pitch, ruled strike 1. LeMasters, a right-handed hitter. The 0-1 offering. Dribbled down the third base line, but spins foul. Count 0-2. One runner on for Geneva. In the bottom of the 8th, Pedraza kicks and fires. Fastball below the knees and outside the right-handed batter's box for a 1-2 count. Pedraza, his next pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And the side is retired. Top of the 9th. We go. Muckdogs ahead 10-6.
Hey guys, this is Austin, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Batavia Muckdogs, and I'm here with Dewey at Attica's 10th hole in Attica, New York at 96 Bunnell Street. Dewey's here ready to sink a par. Go ahead, Dewey. Come out to Attica's to play some 9-hole golf. Nice job, Dewey.
What do we got here today? What do you guys got?
How can I help you?
What do you recommend?
We just got a fresh batch of Eli Fish's Muckdog Ale.
Muckdog Ale? Go Dogs! Give me some of those.
Muckdog Ale coming right up. Muckdog Ale.
Go Dogs, baby!
Top of the 9th in Geneva. The Muckdogs ahead 10-6 against the Red Wings. Jake Butler leading things off at the plate. He's had a bit of a quieter night tonight. A fly out, a pop out, and a ground out on the day. The righty hitter facing off against the righty Bocus. Bocus from the windup deals the first pitch. Fastball down the middle for strike 1 gets Butler looking. Bocus kicks and tosses. The curveball. This is up and away to even the count at 1-1. Next offering to Butler. Set on for a 2-1 count. Butler being disciplined. So far, it's working out for him in this at-bat. Next throw from Bocus. Taken for a strike as it's below the knees and in to even the count. Batavia ahead 10-6. But they're not ahead in the hit total. Only 7 compared to Geneva's 9. A full count for the righty Butler. Payoff pitch. Misses again. This time outside. Butler trots to first to kick off the inning with a walk. Jacob Vesco up to the plate. He walked his first time around. Came in for Sean Mindoz, the left fielder. A righty-righty matchup. Batavia did the bulk of its damage in the third and fourth inning, where it had a combined 9 runs scored. Vesco swings and misses on the first pitch. Since then, the Muckdogs have scored just 1 run, which came in the 6th inning. And on the flip side, Geneva has started to pile some runs on to come back. The next pitch misses outside, and Butler shuffles to second in the process. It's a stolen base for Butler. So he's in scoring position. Count 1-1 for the righty Vesco with no outs. The 1-1 offering lasered up to the shortstop, Goyle, who throws it across the diamond for the first out. But Butler gets to third, so he's 90 feet away from being the 11th run of the day for the Muckdogs. A pinch hitter, Justin Austin, comes up to the plate for the first time today. Justin Austin, usually the second baseman for the Muckdogs, was not in the lineup today. A sophomore out of Cerro Coso Community College takes the first pitch for ball 1. And his teammate Butler at third, trying to bring him home. The next pitch bounces in the dirt in front of the plate. Count rises to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out in the top of the 6th. But Batavia ahead 10-6. Top of the 9th, rather. Batavia ahead 10-6. Austin has a 3-0 count. Next pitch from Bocas. Sneaks into the zone for a 3-1 count. Bocas kicks and fires. Pitch misses low and in for ball 4. Austin jogs to first to put runners on the corners for the Muckdogs. Gubaromic back up to the plate. Romick 2 for 4. Had a double, a single, and 2 RBIs this evening. Going up against the righty Bocas. First pitch taken by Romick for a 1-0 count. Righty duel. Butler at third talking to Coach Martinez. And a brief meeting at the mound ensues between Skaggs and Bocas. One ball, no strikes, the count for Romick. He's got Austin at first and Butler at third. The pitch. Drilled up the middle to the second baseman, who steps on the bag for 1 out. Tosses to first for 2. It's a double play that ends the top of the 9th. One last chance for the Red Wings to come back. They're down 4 in the last inning here at John Salcone Field.
idea. I'm just not fast enough. I can't get that.
Why don't you go grab a car from Pellegrino's Auto?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. Here's the keys.
Thank you for the great deal.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great day.
Thank you. You too.
Landon, my elbow. Oh my gosh. We need to get you to Rochester Regional Health. For all your medical needs, go to Rochester Regional Health.
Do or die for Geneva in the bottom of the ninth. The Muckdogs lead the Red Wings 10-6 with a new pitcher on the mound. It's Batavia's closer, Trey Bacon. Bacon, a senior at the Auburn University at Montgomery. A Tampa, Florida native. In 10 innings pitched, he's thrown 13 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 8 hits. Leading off for Geneva, it's the first baseman, Ryan Grace. Grace coming in at a time where Geneva needs as many hits and runs as possible. Hits lasers the first pitch up to left center, where the left fielder Vesco pulls it in for the first out. But like I was saying, Geneva started a comeback effort in the 6th inning where they scored 3 runs, followed by 2 in the 7th to cut the lead to 4. Owen Arias up for the Red Wings. Now he whiffs on the first pitch for strike 1. Bacon from the stretch delivers. Check swing by Arias. The umpire rules he did not go, and the count evens at 1-1. Rather, it's an 0-2 count. And Bacon, one more strike away from putting this game out of its misery, and he does. The throw to Greco, who steps on the bag at first, concludes the inning, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Christian Bermudez, the final hitter in the Red Wings lineup, sits on the first pitch for a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Quarter swing from Bermudez, and the umpire rules it ball 2. Count. 2 balls, no strikes. The next pitch, another ball to Bermudez. He's 1 ball away from being walked. The 3-0 offering from Bacon misses low and away for ball 4. Bermudez gets to first. Colin Boyd comes up. Geneva staying alive in the bottom of the 9th. Red Wings down to the last out of the evening. First pitch to Boyd is popped up to shallow left. Several Muckdogs outfielders hit the deck. And it's a single for Colin Boyd. Runners at the corners for Geneva with 2 outs, which brings up John Lewis the third baseman for Geneva. He hit a solo home run earlier today. Was the first run of the game for Geneva. A righty matchup between Bacon and Lewis. Bacon with a 0 ERA this summer. A Muckdogs vet in his 4th year with Batavia. Kicks and tosses. First pitch high and in, taken for ball 1. Bacon from the stretch delivers the pitch. It's grazed foul up the netting for a 1-1 count. Glove in the left arm of Bacon. Takes a look behind him at first. Deals the 1-1. Fastball up and in. Makes it a 1-2 count, and Geneva 1 strike away from being put away. Count 1-2. Bacon lifts the leg and fires. In there for strike 3, and that is the game. A 6th-run inning in the 4th for Batavia. Put the nail in the coffin. But Geneva got rid of that nail and started a comeback effort in the 6th inning. Scored 3 runs, piled on 2 more in the 7th. But ultimately, they fall short. Batavia inching closer and closer to clinching that 1 seed in the West. And that'll do it. From Geneva, New York, I'm Jared Valentin saying thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow at home against Niagara